People who judge usually have no idea what they're talking about. They just know a little bit of the story. They make false. They don't know the whole story. If you don't know the whole story, then you can't make a judgment. Now, victims, on the other hand, they can judge. A victim is allowed to judge because they're allowed to judge their abuser because of what the abuser put them through, because of to be able to be sane and of sound mind. A victim has to judge in order to. They have to judge, or a victim would possibly go insane. If a victim isn't allowed to judge their abuser and to say they're totally wrong pieces of shit and their abuse is completely out of line, if they're not able to express themselves, then where do they go with all that negative energy that the abuser put on them? So the only persons that can judge in reality is a victim to whatever abuser. But then you have like really fucked up people like Rick Doherty. His reality is so fucking far gone that if a person who's a child molester goes and points out and says, look, that person that's changing that baby on that diaper changing table, they're child molesting him. That's how fucking far gone he was. I don't care about Rick Doherty, a piece of shit that has like no reality of what's really going on. Now, he was abused to death, but he has no sympathy for a victim. There's lots of people like Rick Doherty that are just pieces of shit. And maybe he never killed anyone. Maybe he never sexually assaulted anyone. But he certainly is way fucking down there with not helping out any victims at all. You just have to decipher everything and question everything. So, really, you don't know the whole story, and if you don't know the whole story, you can't judge, and I really am disappointed in a few people in my life who say that they know me inside out, and they don't know me at all. I mean, you don't know that I was, unfortunately, child molested, and you don't know who I am. And for people to say, oh, well, get over it. A victim can't get over it unless they're taken out of that situation. It's impossible for a victim to get over it if the abuser is always attacking them. And I experienced from, unfortunately, being raped ever since I can remember, a young age, and in 2012 by a rapist on 12 East Farnham Street, the Red Building, near Save-A-Lot.